All right, let's dive into one of nature's absolute masterpieces. We're talking about a creature that literally wears its story, its feelings, everything right on its skin.
I mean, just think about that for a second. What if, instead of using words, your skin could just instantly show everyone your mood? Happy? You turn yellow. Angry? Maybe a deep crimson. Sounds like something out of science fiction, doesn't it? Well, for one incredible animal, this is just reality.
And that creature, of course, is the Gurgit lizard. This is where our journey begins, with a reptile that is a true master of transformation.
So when you look at a Gurgit, you're not just looking at some ordinary animal. No way! You're seeing millions of years of evolution, all packed into this one living, breathing marvel. It's basically a walking, climbing showcase of survival strategy.
You know, this quote just nails it. The Gurgit skin isn't just skin. It's more like a living billboard that's constantly updating, revealing secrets about what's going on inside and what's happening in the world around it. So the big question is, how on earth does it work?
Okay, let's get into the science of it. We're going to peel back the layers and see what's going on under the hood. What makes this whole spectacular light show possible?
So, the first part of the system involves these things called chromatophores. Now, you can think of them like tiny little balloons under the skin, each filled with pigment like red or yellow. When the lizard wants to show off a color, it just puffs up those specific balloons. And to hide it, it just shrinks them right back down. Pretty clever.
But wait, it gets even cooler. Because underneath those color balloons, there's a whole other layer. This one is packed with what are basically tiny, tunable nanocrystals. Think of them like a grid of microscopic mirrors. By just changing the spacing between these little crystals, the lizard can control exactly which wavelength of light bounces off. And that's how they create those incredible, shimmering blues and greens.
So how does this all happen in real time? Well, it's a super fast three-step process. First, something happens. The lizard sees a predator, a potential mate, or maybe it just gets a little chilly. That sends a signal from its brain. Then, the cells get the message and respond instantly. The chromatores expand, the nanocrystals shift, and finally, boom, a completely new color is reflected. The whole thing happens in the blink of an eye.
This is all absolutely fascinating, right? But what's it all for? Well, this ability isn't just for show, it's an entire toolkit for staying alive. It really comes down to two big jobs: hiding and showing. On one hand, it's the ultimate camouflage. It can just melt into a branch to avoid being eaten or to sneak up on its next meal. But then it can flip the switch and go into showing mode, flashing bright, intimidating colors to warn off a rival, or putting on a vibrant display to attract a mate. It's the best of both worlds. And get this, it's not just about hiding or showing off. It's also a built-in thermostat. Seriously, if the lizard's feeling a little cold, it'll switch to a darker shade to soak up more sun. Getting too hot? It just shifts to a lighter color to reflect the heat. It's like having your own personal, fully automatic climate control system.
So we know the how and the why of its colors. Now let's zoom out a bit and see what life is actually like for a Gurgit out there in the wild.
These creatures are true masters of their domain. They're typically solitary animals, kind of keep to themselves. And their vision? Wow. Their eyes can move independently, which gives them a full 360-degree view of the world. Nothing, and I mean nothing, gets by them. That's pretty key for a life spent as both hunter and hunted. Okay, so let's imagine a hunt. It all starts with patience. The Gurgit finds a good spot, matches its skin perfectly to its surroundings, and just becomes perfectly still. It's a living statue playing the long waiting game. An unsuspecting insect wanders into range. The Gurgit locks on, and what happens next relies on its secret weapon, a tongue that can be up to 1.5 times its entire body length. Yeah, you heard that right. And then, whap! The tongue shoots out with incredible speed and precision. Its sticky tip latches onto the prey, and in less time than it takes to blink, the meal is reeled in. It's one of the fastest and most effective strikes in the entire animal kingdom. So what are they eating with that crazy tongue? Well, as you can see, insects are definitely the main course, but gurgits are far from picky eaters. They'll also take down small rodents, other lizards, whatever they can get. They are just incredibly effective predators.
So, as we wrap this up, it's pretty clear there's so much more to this lizard than what you first see. The key takeaway here is that the gurgit isn't just some cool trick of nature, it's a marvel of evolutionary engineering. Every single part of it, especially its skin, is a finely tuned solution to the challenges of survival. It's a beautiful example of how evolution can innovate.
So, quick recap. We've seen that its color change is a super sophisticated two-layer system. It serves at least 3 vital functions: camouflage, communication, and temperature control. We've seen how this makes it a supreme ambush predator, and ultimately how its skin is like a window into the constant, real-time drama of survival. The gurgit really reminds us that nature is the ultimate innovator. It makes you wonder, if a single lizard's skin holds the secrets to dynamic camouflage and advanced material science, what other incredible solutions are still out there, just hiding in plain sight, waiting for us to notice?